Alright, well this is a video request for a Super Tractor 91 on a vertical shaft, 8-horse Briggs and Stratton throttle and governor setup. So to start off with, on the top of the governor arm here, on the side of the engine, you have your throttle linkage that runs back over to your shaft for the throttle on the side of the carburetor. And then you also have this little spring here that goes through that hole and runs over to the hole. There's a second hole down on the throttle shaft, a small one. And this one's actually kind of stretched out, but it hooks right through there, and that keeps a bit of tension on that. And then now you also have your choke linkage right here, and that's spring loaded on that shaft, so it can pop open when it gets to run. So when you move this down, when you go to start it, it pulls the choke linkage down, closing the choke butterfly and opening up the throttle linkage all the way. And then when you let it down, everything opens right up. And if I take this little bracket off, on the back you have your governor spring, which hooks into one side of the linkage on this plate, and then about halfway down the governor arm you have a small hole that it links into. And then you can see your choke linkage goes right through this slot here, and this is the arm that comes down and pushes that to get your choke. And then also, depending on the engine you might have, there might be a little shutoff down here that'll ground the coil pack right here on the flywheel. This one's just a small spot, insulated, so it won't ground out on this piece, and it runs back to the key switch. Some of them have a little tab that comes up right here, and when you move this, it'll actually hit that little tab and it'll ground the engine. So there you have it. That's the throttle and governor setup of a 8-horse Briggs and Stratton vertical shaft.